I've never been to war, but I imagine that if I had, it would look like what happened in 1992. There was a lot of fire, there was a lot of vandalism, a lot of protesting, and there was a lot of soldiers. So it probably emulated a war scene. I was at the courthouse and I was waiting for the verdict, and I heard the verdict, not guilty. I was like, okay, they're going to get the other 3 officers, not guilty. Okay, they're going to get two officers, not guilty. Not guilty. All 4 officers, not guilty. And it was just like a dead silence. Nobody said anything. We all looked at each other. And we couldn't believe it. Because everybody in the world watched the beating, hundreds of times. And we kind of knew the circumstances behind it. And to have 4 not guilty verdicts in a row, it was like somebody punched you in the stomach and all the air went out of you. And, so I went to the city, downtown, and I went to the police department. I heard there was a protest outside the police department. I was like, oh, I'll shoot that. So that's where I went first night, and things just started ramping up, and more escalation. And people surrounded the police department and started throwing stuff at the police and trying to enter the police headquarters, and the police, stood arm in arm. They had their guns out, and they're like, nobody's coming in here, and there's fires starting, and I hear things crashing, hear gunshots in the distance, and I knew this was a little different. That's the match that lit the riot, but the riot probably started maybe 30 years before that, because this is not the first riot in Los Angeles. That Watts riots in 1965 started by police pulling over a person and treating them poorly. So this is kind of like something that wasn't resolved previously. And then you had police treating the community of South Central kind of poorly and heavy-handed for 30 years. So yeah, the verdict was a reason, but you had a long history of police being unfair to the community of South Central Los Angeles.